One cold winter's day, a leaning house stood with ivy crawling up the brick walls. A teenage girl was lying on her bed, writing in her English book. It was Lauren. She hated how many pages of homework she had to do. Each day, Lauren could barely see the text through the darkness. She could hear the rustling of the black and grey starry duvet, the rustling of the wind that sounded like singing birds from a faraway tree, and the tiny pieces of hail crushing against her white and dusty window pane.
Lauren was waiting for a knock on the door to signal that her parents were getting ready to leave the house. As she threw her homework on the purple patterned rug, the knock that she had been waiting for arrived. It was going to be Lauren's first time at babysitting her younger sister Zoe. Lauren was only 16, and with Zoe being 5 years old, Lauren was just old enough to look after her.
After an hour, Lauren sat up and walked over to her door. She walked outside to tell Zoe it was time for bed. In Zoe's room she went, but there was no sign of her. Lauren thought for a second. Lauren ran downstairs to the living room, as Zoe is normally in there, laying on the sofa watching her favourite TV show. She is not there. Then there was a shout from outside, and it almost sounded like the scream was saying, "Lauren!" There, outside, in the darkness, a black hearse stood with its engine roaring. A strange and unknown voice said,
"I can see you, Lauren, and by the way, I've got her."
Lauren didn't know where it was coming from. A wicked cackle filled the air, then silence.
Everything froze. Lauren had fell to the ground. What had happened? Had she fainted? The next icy morning, when Lauren woke, her parents were beaming over her. They were asking about Zoe. Lauren had been dreading this conversation all night, as it wasn't going to end well for her.
The conversation started with a long silence, but the first person to break it was Lauren. "All right, let me explain."
"Where is she then?"
her parents asked. "Okay, I really can't explain. Well, she kind of got taken by a person who drove a hearse."
"How could you let this happen?"
The next night, when Lauren was snoring, the same hearse disturbed her sleep by
Beep,
pressing
beep.
its horn. Now 2 bright white lights shone through the navy blue curtains.
She ran to her door. What was wrong? Was it stuck? Had it been jammed shut? It just would not open. Then, when she turned round, the black hearse had gone. It had vanished.
A tear ran down her cheek and through her ripped jeans as she watched 3 men wearing all black carrying 3 coffins.